Right.
So Winnie the Pooh himself is sitting on a throne. This is like Game of Thrones shit.
A dragon throne.
So this is significant because this is the audacity, right? China's always had audacious leaders. Like if you're the chairman of the Communist Party of China, or literally like the dictator of the Communist Party of China, you have a ton of power. There's cult of personality and stuff. But that cult of personality didn't really surround any leader other than Mao and Xi Jinping.
Yes.
Hu Jintao didn't have it. Jiang Zemin certainly didn't have it. They were more like, let's run things quietly. Right, China. Let's make China grow silently. Deng Xiaoping had a following, but not a cult of personality.
Yes.
This is a cult of personality of note.
Oh yeah.
Xi Jinping sitting on a dragon throne is
dragon teacups, by the way.
Dragon teacups. This was something that was being covered on Chinese forums before being deleted, because Chinese people were talking about how is our leader so self-important that he's sitting on a freaking dragon throne, because that has emperor significance in China. And the emperor, what's it called? The kind of emperor figure of China was supposed to be destroyed and deleted from Chinese history when Chairman Mao took place, because that part of Chinese history, that kind of like big figurehead, like looking over all the peasants, right?
Yeah, with all his concubines and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get rid of that stuff because the workers are supposed to rise up in the communist state. So this is... people shouldn't probably read too much into it. At the same time, the fact that it was getting wiped from the internet meant that people were talking about, it's a little bit scary that Xi Jinping's taking on more of an emperor role. And that's the way I see him playing it, too. He doesn't do impromptu interviews like Jiang Zemin used to. He doesn't speak English. He's not worldly. He reads things off of a script.
Yes.
He barely shows up in public, and he is super self-important and overruling.
No shit. He's forcing everyone to learn his Xi Jinping thought.
Yeah.
All the children in school have to learn it. Everybody in the office, in the office, you have to learn it. And if you work for the government, you have to learn it. I just want to say one thing, though.
Yeah.
You know how uncomfortable those crappy chairs are.
Can we talk about these?
This is the thing. Rich Chinese people.
Yes.
One way to show off their wealth is they get these very magnificently sculpted hardwood couches and chairs. And when I say hardwood, I mean there are no cushions. It's wood. Okay? And the furniture, so you'll go to a wealthy person's house, and it's the worst thing in the world, because you'll walk in and it'll be like really, they're in the money if they've got this hardwood furniture. Like that, right? And you have to sit down on this freaking piece of wood and drink bitter tea.
So
it's not fun.
The richer the person, the hotter the room will be,
and the less comfortable the furniture is going to be.
You'll find more poor people won't care about things like cold ice. They're like, that's fine. Cold beer is fine for them and stuff. Yeah. It's more the rich people that be hyper focused on like the tea has to be hot,
yes,
and the room has to be uncomfortable, and the furniture has to be hard as hell.
Yes.
Like I remember my mother-in-law, she had like a bed. It was kind of comfortable by Chinese standards. I was like shocked. So she put down like a bamboo slat to make sure it was super hard. And I'm like, why are you doing this? This is
well,
really
you know those bamboo slats, because I also, when I first got to China, and in Guangdong specifically, because it's so hot there, what they do to combat the heat actually is they put those bamboo slats on top of a mattress.
Sure.
So you sleep actually on bamboo. It's kind of like, you can imagine it's like rolled up. Okay,
yes.
So it unrolls. It's like this bamboo slat thing, and it allows the air to circulate.
The ones with the beads on it.
Yeah, that too.
They're actually wooden.
Yeah, but it's actually, you're lying on wood.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable.
So to go back to the furniture thing, you can measure someone's wealth, like you said, if they have this uncomfortably wooden furniture.
Yeah.
But also by the size of it.
Yes.
If it looks like the big world in Mario, then you know that person's a millionaire.
Sure.
I've been to furniture shops in China where it's like the chair is like you could fit, when you go to like a town and it's like the world's largest chair,
sure.
Pull off an exit 69 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what you buy to put in your house.
Yeah.
And it has to be so uncomfortable because according to Mao Zedong, by the way, he slept on a wooden slat for a bed, and he said that was good for your back. To this day, even educated Chinese people, mainland Chinese people in the lost generation era, will say, Chairman Mao is right, I prefer to sleep on a wooden slat.
Yeah.
And it was awful, like when I first started dating my wife, right? Her bed was a wooden slat. And I was like, how do you actually deal with this?
Yeah.
It literally, knocks your bones out of place.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
not fun. Remember they've got to tell the uncle story.
Yeah,
our friend,
go ahead.
So our friend, we went over because they had that furniture.
Yeah.
Richest man in the village or whatever. So he built this mansion, which is not a mansion. It's just like a concrete, it's not fantastic. Couple of floors of concrete building.
Yeah.
With tiles on the floor.
I wish we could explain this properly.
He had
It was
the Apple He had the Apple toilets, like the toilets with a flush button was
pit
the
toilet
Apple.
in
Yeah,
the
it was the
ground.
Apple logo, and it
Yeah.
said like Apple. Like the.
It was a
cell phone.
squat toilet that had the Apple cell phone logo as the flush
As the
button.
flush button, yeah. Anyway, so this guy's in the money, and he had that wooden furniture. So he had this terrible wooden couch and these wooden chairs.
No AC.
No AC, and it was so hot.
It was in the
We
jungle.
we were dying.
In the jungle.
Yeah. So we actually made a couple videos.
We did. They're
We've got
on
some-
our channel.
Yeah, we got some. Anyway, the fact is, we're sitting in this thing. Beautiful marble floors, by the way. Big marble tiles.
Yeah, it's
So
the
very
echo. Remember the echo in there?
yeah, very heavy wooden door.
Yeah.
So all wealthy stuff.
Right.
This guy who looked like a peasant. Okay.
Well, he was.
Well,
a
okay, he
peasant.
was.
He was the uncle that helped
Yeah,
out.
he was actually the uncle of the person who we were visiting.
Yeah.
Walks in, doesn't say hello to us, lies down.
What is he wearing?
On the floor, just
He's almost naked.
just crap, He's
He's wearing like
bad-
rolled up
Yes, the
camo
rolled up,
pants,
yeah.
totally nude elsewhere.
Yeah, and he walks in at the front of the door, the foyer area where you take your shoes off and stuff. Walks in and just lies down, kind of on his belly, face on the ground, on the on the marble floor, and goes to sleep. We were like, I felt like I had to bring him a bowl of water like a dog.
Because he was
'Cause
sweating.
He looked like, when a dog comes to,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what's going on with this guy? I couldn't believe it.
He was apparently, because it was hot, and
Yeah.
he's coming in from laboring or whatever, and he wanted the cold marble on
just
his
having
skin.
his like noon nap.
Right.
But like, we're
the
all
floor.
sitting there chatting, talking, having a couple drinks, and this guy walks in, doesn't say hi, lies down, goes to sleep, sleeps for about 2 hours, gets up, and then goes. And we're like, what the hell's going on here?
I remember
Anyway,
that.
it was quite an experience. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, it was so hot.
Oh,
Holy
wow,
shit.
yeah. How we managed to sleep, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on from the hard wooden furniture. I think we've spoken about it a
Yeah,
bit too
well,
much.
that's a good little insight.
Yeah, and it looks amazing. Okay, what's going on with this one? Okay.
Well, we remember John T.
Yeah.
I'm the fastest man in the world.
Well, yeah, nobody can stop me.
Apparently, he's a superhero.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, cool.
that.
Again, we're just showing you a couple of memes from our subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/ADVChina.
I love this. For those of you listening
Yeah.
in your car on the way to work or whatever, there's a very famous picture of Mao towards the end. It was during an interview or something.
Yeah.
And he was kind of not on his deathbed, but he was not all there. But he was
No.
still ruling China.
Yeah.
And he just looks like he's slobbing out,
Yeah.
laying back like a zombie. And
Yeah.
the meme says, "Oh hell nah, Chairman Mao took 40 Benadryls."
Yeah.
I love
Excellent.
that.
Yeah.
I love that one. That was a good one.